Hello and welcome to step 4 of our drawing guide video. Um, Today we're going to be doing color. We've done all of our line work, so now let's actually get on to color. Alright, so what I like to do is I typically like to actually duplicate the layer that we just did our inking on. Then out of habit I like to take that and drop that underneath our original inked layer. This is just kind of so the original ink layers, what's on top and what we're going to be coloring in is the copy underneath. It doesn't really make a difference. It's just something I do. Now we come back to our concept piece, and this I've described as being our concept and also our color palette before. And so now we're going to start using the take colors. To keep colors consistent, I use the eyedropper tool, and I just go ahead and copy some of her skin or fur and get that color. Then come over here and we zoom in. Alright, now working on our copied layer, I take my paintbrush, select the size, and I just start to draw. This is going to help make the eyes. Then I take the paint bucket and I just click to fill it in. Now my coloring technique is something that has evolved over time. I've done different things. And so what I'm demonstrating is going to be my most recent iteration of it. So I fill in the majority of areas, and then I'll usually double click throughout it to try and fill it in more closer to the lines and get rid of kind of like what you saw here, the separation between the line I drew and the fill. But there are some areas like here, and here where the paint bucket isn't filling that in. So I just take my brush and go over those areas to fill them in. Now this is where I'm going to do a quick demonstration to show how having two separate layers really helps. If I turn off the top layer, this is what I'm actually coloring looks like. As you can see, some of the lines have been blotted out, they've kind of been flooded, things are looking thin. Over here has kind of been chopped into and stuff. It looks bad. But that's okay because this layer, our copied layer, is actually meant to look bad. It's meant to be disposable. Whereas a line layer is meant to give us our nice crisp lines and stuff. If I turn off the color layer, you can see it's still the same. All this is lines, and that's all it's going to be. So let's continue on in coloring Aurora. Get her ears. Now again we come to where I'm going to actually draw some. Alright. Now you notice that I kind of got this nasty looking jagged thing here. Well, that ain't gonna work. Alright? So I am going to fix that. But that's actually step 2 in how I'm going to fix this. The first thing I do is actually come down here and turn off the white background. Now this checkerboarded pattern thing you're looking at here means there is nothing there. It's absolutely transparent. It's invisible. If I were to turn this into an image or something like that, then I could put it, the things were shown through this. Alright? There's absolutely nothing there. And as you can see, there's absolutely nothing here in her neck where things are supposed to be white. So to fix this, I just change the color to white, grab my paint bucket, and I just fill it in. Ta-da! Now it's white. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my background color again, just because that's how I normally operate. I've been doing this a lot, that it's kind of a habit of what I need to make sure to fill in that's going to be white and different stuff. Now I take my paintbrush tool and I re-smooth out these lines to give us a nice, clean look. Alright, let's come down to the waist, where we are going to be doing the same thing again. Notice, get our choppy lines, fill in the white. Let's go ahead and smooth this out. Now I'm using white to smooth that out, but I can also do the same. Kind of one of the things to do with color is to kind of give, I guess, direction, if you would, or what's overlapping what. You can, just feel it, like, where is this line that's going to break? How is she standing? Her middle's kind of, well, her middle is right here. So this side is facing us more than this one, so the colored area over here is going to be smaller than this. So, just little attention to details. Come into the hands, where typically, because of all the lines we got, the little lines, the little areas, the paint bucket won't fill it all in, so take the brush, we'll fill that in ourselves. Looking at her here, her fingers look kind of blotted. So I'm actually going to come up to my top layer. I'm going to grab my eraser. I'll shrink that down a bit. And I'm just going to thin this out. So that way it doesn't look so big. Fingers are still looking pretty heavy. As you go throughout the drawing, there's points in which, you do kind of say, alright, this is the primary stage I'm being done, but yet you see I'm still going through and editing bits and pieces of it. Just kind of fine-tuning things as I zoom in and can get a better eye on things. Alright. Oops. Alright, that's not looking too bad now. Continue on. Come to this other arm. Fill it all in. Let's come down again. Continue working on our fingers. Let's do our legs. Now, this is a stage that, well, you do kind of pay attention to little details. Because of this top layer, our line work, we can actually get to do this pretty quick and fast because we don't have to be quite so precise in our controls. Although doing 2 layers things will darken your line some, so if you have like little hanging out bits that are right there, they'll become darker because there's actually 2 layers over it. So it just kind of makes them thicker. So that's just something to keep an eye out for. But as you go through, check little corners, fill things in, you'll see them. Alright. You're forgetting something, her tail. Let's just come out here. Just kind of bulge that out a bit. Show her tails behind her. Alright, our first layer of coloring is done. Now, I like to come back to the head and finish kind of the head off. Let's give her what's going to make the whites of her eyes. Fill those in. Now let's get her eye color, which I have eye here. Select that. And draw the iris. Now, it's kind of off-centered, if you'll know this. And that's just to kind of give direction into which way is she looking. Physically, eyes don't do that, but This is a cartoon, so I'm using a little stylized approach. Alright, now, one of the things that became pretty clear in the early concept stages of Aurora is due to these golden eyes, they're not a real natural color, alright? So I have to to kind of help them, the irises be seen and stuff, you have to make them really big. And to help them look not flat and dead, you add a light reflection. Come in, go like that. I don't like that. So to do light reflections, I actually make a third layer above my line work. So yes, coloring involves 3 layers. That one's a little big, so let's put that in. There we go. Got her nice shiny eyes, her bright eyes. When you're doing a light reflection, the thing I find I like is you have part of it overlapping the pupil and the iris. Just not even 50-50, just slightly over the pupil. This kind of helps maybe connect the whole shape together to describe it. It's something I like. I haven't quite entirely determined why, but it's just something I like. I think it helps make the eye looks more connected instead of broken up into parts. But going back to our coloring layer now, come here, select the hair. Got a delay. Oops. No, we don't. I didn't select the colors. There we go. Alright, so that's gone. Let's try this again. Hair. Alright. Come in here. Fill it out more. Let's adjust that a little bit. Just spot our neck there. That's the back of her head. Got her ponytail. And we got her tail. The tip of her tail. We've got her ponytail, now we got her tail. Let's come back down in here. Fix that up a little. Alright, good. Alright, so now we got her hair. Now we're going to do the hair highlights to make her hair look nice and shiny. Now, I've changed my style a lot on how I do hair highlights. Like if you take a look at here, they're just kind of cone things. But here, I'm actually kind of doing zigzags. They differ. I watch a fair amount of cartoons, trying to analyze on how they do the hair and different aspects of them. Yeah, self-taught, a lot of different things. This one kind of give a V look to it. Alright. The hair on her head I find always difficult to do. Don't like how that looks. And when it comes to highlight, it's something that's just, it's a matter of style and taste. And so it's not something I can give a real strong guide to. It's just, play around with it, find something that you like. Kind of the guiding principles I do use is I have it come out from the back forward. So very rarely do I have anything just sitting out in the middle of the head. It's usually connected to an edge. and I try to have it follow the shape of the object. And it doesn't necessarily even play into any real light source most of the time that I do it. It's mainly meant just to add style to the drawing. Alright. Now, let's do the horns. Fun fact, the horns are not actually pure white. They are an off-white. They create it's just a color I picked to make them off-white. Let's go do her jacket now. Let's fill that in. Do her pants. Alright. Let's do her sleeves. Kind of little rolled up bulges on the sleeves. I'm not entirely sure what they are, but they're there. The line looks like it's kind of cutting down into it a bit. Let's fix that. Let's also do the edges of her pants. I missed a spot there, so let's go ahead and fix that. Let's get her shirt. That one would be nice and easy. The belt. Her belt buckle. Coloring was one of the reasons why I switched from drawing with pencils and stuff to this digital art. The hoofs. I can get these really nice, solid colored drawings. One of the reasons why I switched, and I've been happy. It's sped up some aspects of the work. Overall, my entire production time has actually increased, but the quality much higher than what I was doing before. Alright, and we are missing one thing. The little ring on her horn. Fill that in. Zoom out. Alright, looks good. Let's turn off the background layer. Did we miss anything blaring, obviously? No, we have not. So, there we have it. We have our drawing of Aurora. Now, at this stage, I'm going to show you a couple of fun little things. This is it without color. This is it with color, no highlights and eyes. There's our eye light reflection. And this is actually what our colored layer looks like. It looks bad, it looks like garbage, but that's okay because we put our line work over it, and it looks really good. And we make sure we got that light reflection to help make the eyes look alive. Alright, so now that I've done that, I like to take these layers and I like to merge them all into one. This is just to make it easier for upcoming steps and help reduce my total amount of layers I have going on down here in the corner. But let's take a look at a couple things. Here we have our sketch work. Well, not sketch work, our mannequin phase that I've just turned on. And here we have our sketch work that I've just turned on. You can kind of see them poking around the body, and it just kind of goes to demonstrate how we can take this go to this, and then go to this. As you can see, not everything lines up perfectly on our more finished product. And that's okay. That's because we are editing as we go through it. We are refining it. We are making it tighter, more crisp, and overall better. But those layers have served their purposes now, so I am going to delete them. Alright, so now we have her drawn, we have her colored, but we are not done yet. In the next video, I'll cover more about doing the environments and different stuff like that. I'm not just going to do this drawing and stop here. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this one more entertaining and me more talkative throughout it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.